All right, Pisces, here we go. Two fish. Let's do this. Soulmate energies for February 2023 for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. General reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. I asked the universe, here in my pre-shuffle, just surface energy, give me the soulmate cycle from the angle of Pisces for February 2023. Here's what I get on the incoming energy, just on the surface. I got the Four of Pentacles crossing the King of Pentacles. I've got someone who's afraid of losing security. This is the ultimate. I often say Four of Pentacles, the card of the miser, right? Afraid to spend that money, pack it in a mattress, sit on it, right? This is the epitome of the miser here. The Four of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. It really is. It's someone who's afraid of losing some kind of security, all right? They're probably afraid of the wrong thing, as we'll see in a second, okay? But they know, but they figured something out. They figured out that a life of all pentacles, Six of Pentacles here, and no cups crossing the Six of Pentacles, leads to 10 wands. And what's happened in their life right now, they probably, somebody who ran from you, somebody who said you can't be together, I have to stay with so-and-so or whatever, it's created a real problem. 10 wands bookending the King of Pentacles. All right, it's become stressful. It's become hard. They've reached a breaking point. And I often say your energy is tied or welded to angle number 5, the Leo angle on this cycle. You don't have to know a Leo. Your person doesn't have to be a Leo. Doesn't matter. In that energy, in that reading, if I remember correctly, I had somebody who was done, fed up, and leaving something too. I don't see an exodus here, but I do feel like it's created a burden for them. They figured out what's really important, and it's this. I do believe, because it wants to show itself, the Page of Swords here, I believe the spy and energy might kick up. There could be communication from this person, but they might still, if your person's in a relationship, they might still be with the other person. We'll see. Let's pull a reading. All right, let's do it. Let's shuffle the deck here. Give me the soulmate cycle from the angle of Pisces for February 2023 universe. All right, two fish. Let's do this. First card out is before the cut. It's why the fuck are we here? So, why the fuck are we here? Hangman. We get that a lot. I think that came up for a few signs from a few different decks. Anyway, doesn't matter. Why we're here, the Hangman, we're in that moment. That, again, I said, I didn't feel an exodus energy on their side, but what I felt was it's become a burden. A lot, and that's what happens with a life of all pentacles and no cups, right? Pentacles doesn't have to be money. It could just be practical. It could be expectations. It could be what, I mean, it could be whatever. But this is what happens. So now we're that pressure, that 10 of Wands. So right now, somebody's making some decisions. Somebody's on the fence. Somebody's stopped a bit of a deer in the headlights, getting some perspective, I imagine. What comes after that? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see. Yeah, the star. There's a lot of destiny in play here in February. All right, I did the SLT calendar page. I wrote a little blurb at the top about the month, like I do every time. There's some powerful energy this month, huge energy of opportunity and change and destiny. Your connection energy with this person, regardless of what they do, is kicking up. I mean, it's kicking up. Really cranked all the way up. All right, so let's see. Very strong energy here. I think they're manifesting as well, too. I picked that up. I think they're manifesting their way out in that hangman position. Because the energy of the connection is so strong, it's under this current energy, it's hard not to do that. You manifest without thinking about it, you know, without even trying. So let's see. Let's do a reading here. Give me the soulmate cycle from the angle of Pisces for February 2023 universe. This may result in some communication from this person, but again, I don't see an exodus energy in the pre-shuffle. So they may still, if your person's in another relationship, they may still be tied to whatever was keeping you apart or whatever they stuck with. I don't know. Let's see. Let's find out. Let's go. Here we go. The overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table is the High Priestess. Interesting. What's fueling this real quick? 5 swords. Yeah. There's a whole lot of short-sightedness has led to a whole lot of carpet sweeping, which has led to a whole lot of problems here. I think there might be communication. I don't know why I went one deeper, but the 3 of Cups there, that's somebody here again is opening up, and I don't necessarily know if it's on whatever's on their side, if it goes well for that with a Five of Swords here. I don't know. Let's find out. Reading's on the flip. Overall energy is the High Priestess. Again, I just got done saying the energy of your connection is cranked up. It is. It's strong. There's a lot going on beneath the surface within the connection itself that you have with this person. We'll see. This is the energy around your connection. This is how they are behaving in the 3D. This is how the incoming energy, which is probably your runner, roles can be reversed, but how their soul is. Right here's the hidden energy, the message from the universe, red with the energy of your connection. Right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. I will clarify everything and throw some universe cards at the end. I'll throw whatever I need to throw. Energy around your connection. Knight of Pentacles. Well, exactly what I said about the Hangman. It's like a deer in the headlights right now. It's a stopped energy. It's stopped. Sometimes it's moving slow. Yeah. Right now it's stopped. That little deer sees a car coming, and it's a deer in the headlights. Okay. It could be going faster if somebody listened to their intuition and go with what their feelings are telling them. But right now, here we go. It's Hangman time. All right. Which way they're going to go? On the fence energy off that Hangman. All right. In the 3D, how are they behaving? This ought to be good. Nine of Pentacles. There is an urge for this person to break free of the Ten of Wands from the pre-shuffle. This person here is in the process. This is why your connection is on pause, is in the process of liberating themselves from that burden, whatever that burden is. Okay? Soul energy, bookending the Knight of Pentacles. Eight of Wands. What did I say? It's my speedometer card in this case here. There's massive forward movement. Stuff that they've carpet swept is coming up. It's coming to the surface. Somebody's realizing how short-sighted they've been, and I believe they're talking about it. I believe they're opening up emotionally a little bit. Oh, I said it already. I'm just repeating it. Eight of Wands in the soul bookended here. This primary energy flow is 5D to 3D. This being read with the energy of your connection, which is stopped, says that they are moving forward, taking care of this, making their way towards this. So this will start moving again. Okay? Very soon. They're liberating themselves from that Ten of Wands from the pre-shuffle. That's what I'm getting. All right, let's go. Hidden energy. What's the universe want to say? It's red with deer in headlights here. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's all about to change. It's exactly what I just told you. It's about to change. Yeah, it's stopped now. The universe is saying, yeah, Steve, it's stopped now. And yeah, and that's what the universe sounds like. It's turning. It's changing. All right? Yeah, this is what happens when you put your faith in the wrong things. You know, that Ten of Wands builds up and you want to get liberated from it. What's the potential final outcome here? Red with the Nine of Pentacles. It's the Four of Swords. It's an if card. If this person listens to their intuition, right? High Priestess, overall energy, intuition playing a big role here, all right? If they listen to their intuition, a lot of healing comes. They manage to liberate themselves. It is entirely possible, however, that somewhere in this process, some of them chicken out, okay, and just don't do anything. Again, we have a problem of a deer in the headlights. We have energy moving forward. Their soul screaming at them. People always don't do things. I think this here, the Wheel of Fortune, is a very powerful card. It's a 10 in the major arcana. 10s are the end, dead end that lead to a new beginning. All right. That said, this card turns everything that's around it. So I think what happens here is a period of doing nothing becomes something. Just like this card and this card talk about this one, this stopped energy moving again very soon. So what I think, the way the energy is reflecting here, is this person does listen to their intuition and they do get things done. And the Wheel of Fortune flips this, where a period of nothing happening becomes a whole lot of liberating something. All right, so we'll see. Let's clarify. I'm going to clarify with the witches, and I'm going to cut the witches first. All right, I'm going to cut the witches. Is that a new term for a fart? I'm going to cut the witches? I don't know. What's going on here? Yeah, there's just randomly after the cut is the Five of Wands there. Yeah, there's some. Yeah, okay. All right. I think somebody is speaking up on their side. That's for sure. Very similar to what I got with the Leo reading in a different way. It's different energy playing out differently on the table, but the concept is the same. So as always, I encourage my two-fish viewers, Pisces, to pay attention to what happened in the Leo reading and pair it with your reading, and vice versa for Leos. All right? You don't have to know a Leo. That's not what it's all about. It's just your angle number 12 is fused with angle number 5 for whatever reason. Knight of Pentacles, why is it here? Do what you want. Take my word, take my advice, don't care. All right, Knight of Pentacles. Nobody listens to me at home anyway, so I'm used to it. Knight of Pentacles, why is it here? What's the witches got to say? We just cut the witches, right? Yeah. Queen of Wands. It's actually a deception energy in this case. I know you thought I was going to say fakey McFakerman or attraction or something. Blah, blah. It's a deception energy. It's a form of it. It's a form of fakey McFakerman energy. In other words, the Queen of Wands and the environmental energy around this stopped energy here, it's not stopped. And I know that because I have the Eight of Wands over here, which is fast forward movement, bookending it. There's a lot going on, as I said, underneath the surface. The surface, much like with the Queen of Wands, is bullshit. Underneath is where all the action is, where all the feelings are, where everything's happening, okay? The universe didn't want to throw, the universe could have thrown a Seven of Swords there, right? It didn't want to do that because it's not that nefarious, all right? It's actually a very nice, I don't have a devil on the table, anything like that, all right? It's somebody here who's realized that a life of pentacles, it's dawned on them probably through all the portal season and everything and all the energies leading up and all the destiny energy of February, that a life of pentacle leads to a life of 10 wands. It's a life of stress, a life of problems, a life of whatever, and it's true anyway. You know, there's so many people who are living their life stressed out, crazy stressed out, worried about money and all this kind of stuff. You know, my thing is, well, maybe you shouldn't have bought all this stuff you can't afford. You don't want to strap yourself like that. You know, it is what it is. They're using the energy the wrong way. But either way, your person figured out that a life without the cups is kind of empty and kind of stressful. And they're working to liberate themselves from that. So the surface energy is deceptive. What's on top? There's a devil. There he is. I have a devil on the table now. How about that? Oh, that's very interesting. Why is the devil here before I open my big mouth? Because I'm drawn to the angel energy coming in. This is the angel lighting up the devil. Why is the devil here? Yeah, the King of Pentacles. Again, somebody here, and then with the Queen of Wands crossing, I get it now. I get why it gave me the Queen of Wands and not the Seven of Swords even more now. Again, it's what I just said. Somebody here has realized that your connection is important. And there's changes being made beneath the surface to come towards it. The King of Pentacles, which is where we started in the pre-shuffle, right, has become a burden. It's become a devil. It's become something that this was this person's Achilles heel. They ran from you because of whatever they had on their side. Again, we had in the pre-shuffle, they're afraid to lose that stability, or have been. They're not afraid of it anymore. I see the angel energy coming in, lighting up the devil. You see, it's just it's not even that scary. It's just some little dude over here, looked like he hasn't eaten in a while. This guy here, kick his ass, no problem. Now that I see it in the light, I'm gonna walk over there and kick his ass, right? We were afraid of it in the dark, but once you see it, you know, no, that ain't no big deal. You know, you're afraid if somebody breaks in your house, you hear something at night, you get up out of bed, right? You can't see anything, you don't know what's going on, your heart's pumping, you're afraid. But if somebody kicks on the light, and it's just some little 4'2" dude with bald hair, he ain't got no weapons or anything, no, you just kick his ass. That's all. That's fine. That's what this energy is. That's what's going on here. That's why there's liberation from that 10 of Wands. Why is the 9 of Pentacles here? I like it. I like how the universe gave me the Queen of Wands here and then made me figure out why. Although I hit it pretty much on the head. You know, the bad guy is what's on their side and what they ran from you to keep, shall we say. And you're the good guy here. But the connection itself is stopped, you know, until somebody, again, takes care of business, gets to the 9 Pentacles here. Free. Single, free to pursue, or just liberated from that 10 Wands. There'd be a lot of healing, I can say that, if there's a conversation here. We'll see what happens when we clarify the 4 of Swords. I think the wheel turns it into No, from no action to action. I believe it, because the wheel says the same thing up here. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here? Why is the Nine of Pentacles? Yeah, yeah. It's the Hierophant, the High Priest. Wow. Jesus. I mean, where do I begin? The environmental energy around them in the 3D. Something to do with they're liberating themselves from something long term. Can I just phrase it simply like that? Do you need an analogy? Do you need a story? It's very simple. The environmental energy is something long term on their side. Again, whatever that King of Pentacles represents that they were afraid to lose. The base energy is the Nine of Pentacles, an energy of liberation. They're liberating themselves from it. Again, I read the energy first, then I pull the cards. If I ever get egg on my face, I'll be the first to admit it. I like that because that's how I learn. I'm not learning anything here. I got it right. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. What's on top? The Six of Wands. Again, they see, it's finally. You know, it's a victory after a long battle energy. It's like I want to say finally this person woke the fuck up. And it's a bit what I said about the devil. You know, somebody in the dark is much scarier. You don't know who's there. Is it some 6'6" dude with a gun? Oh my God, you turn the light on, it's this little fucker. You just go kick his ass, kick him in the nuts, right? What you taking my shit for, right? That's it. It's no weapon, no nothing. The angel energy cancels out the devil energy and shows the devil for what it is. And at the end of the devil for them was putting their faith in the wrong things. And most of society is led to believe that a life of pentacles will make you happy. You do a great job and the great, the pile of money and all this other stuff, and that's going to make you happy. No. Studies have shown that's only 30% at best. I knew that anyway because I read energy. I know it's shit. It's nothing. It's nothing. The bottom line is somebody woke the fuck up. They see this liberation now as the victory. So whatever's long term on their side, I think it go bye-bye. Or I think they're having a chat with it. I know they'd at least like to be friends with you, okay? Or have someone like you in their life. They need those cups. There's a need for them. Why is the Six of Wands here? Well, what did I say? They need those cups. I didn't know this was here. It's the Queen of Cups, the most love I could feel. Most love anyone could feel. I, you, anyone. This cuts two ways. This is why the Six of Wands is here. So they see victory in liberating themselves from something long term, and now they've seen the light and see victory in filling the cup. In the cups. They need those cups. I had said that just before I pulled the card, and there it is. It had to be a cup card that fell there. It's awesome. Awesome. Yep. Devil getting kicked in the nuts. There you go. Done deal. Your connection, however, is in suspended animation in the Hangman / a stopped Knight of Pentacles. But that's about to change, I think. And right here in the soul, we got activity. We could phrase it that way, right? If you were a doctor and someone came in and everybody thought they were dead, you hook them up to a machine, you say, nope, there's brain activity. They're alive, right? You got all kinds, and you hook them up to the heart thing, it goes doot, doot, doot. Yep, they're alive. Yep, your person's fucking alive here. This is fast moving energy. It's nice. They are communicating. The soul is reaching the brain. Tells me their heart chakra is open, as if we didn't know anyway with the Queen of Cups falling there. Okay? Because the heart chakra is the translator. The soul puts out a message. If the heart's closed, it can't get through. The brain and the soul speak two different languages. Right? Google Translate is the heart chakra. Heart chakra is open. The messages from the soul are getting to the 3D. We see it here. We see it here. They flow this way to this way. They're getting there based on the cards that I just pulled. Especially with the Hierophant crossing there. I mean, my God. All right. Eight of Wands. Why is it here? I like this. I have high hopes for my Four of Swords here. All right. Let's see. Let's talk about the Eight of Wands and the soul. Give me this person's soul energy. We have, it's alive. Yeah, it is alive, I'll say. And it's kicking the devil in the nuts, so that's cool. All right, let's go. What's going on here? Crossing the 10. This is very interesting. Universe been challenging me today. Crossing the Eight of Wands. This is fun. 10 Swords. Unreal. The environmental energy around it is about loss. These cards are bookending your connection with this person. So let's pull these off. These talk about a separate topic. The connection is stopped right now, like a deer in the headlights. The deer in the headlights saying means that the deer freezes. It sees something coming towards it and it freezes. This is, in this case here, it's a bit of this person, there's something that happened. The reason they're liberating themselves from what's on their side and doing all this and changing things and all that kind of stuff. Something happened on their side that made them realize that the pentacles are causing them 10 wands, and they want to liberate themselves from that because they need cups. They need the 9 of cups. They need the Queen of Cups with the cup full, whatever. Something happened. So whatever happened made them realize that your connection disappeared for a moment. It vanished. It felt like they had themselves convinced that it was dead and over. And the moment that happened, they no like you. And that kicked things into gear. Okay? So it's a bit of a kick in the ass energy. All right? I'll put it that way. Very interesting. What's on top? 4 of Pentacles. Holding back. This is on top of moving forward. I believe they're not holding back anymore on passion. Okay? Something they once feared, they're moving forward on. All right, let's see. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not. Knight of Swords. I could be wrong. I know there's a few different ways we could read this. Yeah, there's activity in the soul, and they're afraid of it. We could say that. Could, if I read cards. I don't. Could also say, and I like to do this for my critics, because they say, well, you could have read it another way. No, motherfucker. I read the energy how it comes across. At the end of the day, yeah, another way I could read this is, again, they felt that your connection was over and they got scared and then moved forward. Could read it that way too, but no. It's whatever fears they had, they're moving forward on. That 4 of Pentacles was crossing the King of Pentacles up in the pre-shuffle. They had a fear of losing whatever pentacles or stability they had on their side. They no longer have that fear. They're moving forward. And then I make sure I'm right. I pull the 4 of Pentacles. I say, why is the 4 of Pentacles here? I get the Knight of Swords. Very much moving forward. Very much with a mission. It's a mission. The soul has a mission, and we've seen the mission play out here. And I explained it, okay, when I talked about these cards. There you go. Now, let's talk to the universe. All right? I like to give transparency in my readings. I want people to understand. I don't just... It's like that old no taxation without representation kind of thing we have here in the U.S., right? Well, no bold statements without representation. We'll put it that way here. All right. All right, here we go. Wheel of Fortune. Now, this changes. This is a very powerful card, a very powerful position. It's separate from the reading, but it's read with the energy of your connection, and it leads into the final outcome. This turns a lot of things. All right, this turns a stopped deer in the headlights to a moving deer once we kick the devil in the nuts and liberate ourselves from 10 wands. It also turns this no action into action, because I believe they are following their intuition, because our overall energy is the intuition, is the High Priestess. All right, so let's see. Wheel of Fortune, let's see what the universe wants to say. Let's talk to the fickle old gal. What do you want to tell 2 fish? Universe, what do you want to tell them? Get more tattoos? Okay. Universe wants you to get more tattoos. All right. More than just 1 fish on each butt cheek. All right. Here we go. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Maybe you get 2 fish on each butt cheek. How about that? All right. That's pretty cool. All right. It's crossed by the King of Swords. Yeah. Underneath the surface, there's a lot of action being done here. This is my King of Action in this case. That's how it's reflecting. This is the King who, if this guy was robbing his house, he'd do a lot more than just kick him in the nuts. Okay? There's a sword of truth here that he's holding, this King of Swords, and it's being rammed right up this person. They're seeing the truth about the devil who lives in the King of Pentacles. Again, here, there's a lot going on beneath the surface. There's no doubt about it. What's on top? Yeah, Knight of Wands. Swift action. It's brave. Again, I said with this Knight of Swords over here, he got a mission. All right, they got a mission. They're no longer, they're moving forward on what used to scare them, which is liberating themselves from the King of Pentacles. We'll put it that way. There's a mission here. This is another speedometer card. Things are moving quite fast right now in this connection. Things are moving quite fast, even though it's a deer in the headlights. I think that deer gets out of the way of the car. I don't think it gets hit. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Yeah, the Ace of Cups. Because, again, they feel it. They need this cup. I said, she holds the Queen of Cups here holds the Ace of Cups. She gives the full cup. Her cup's empty. That's my Desert Queen. They need this thing filled. And again, what used to fill their cup doesn't fill it anymore. All right? It's now the water's flowing. Now this person knows they need cups. So there's forward movement here. This wheel is very powerful and spinning quite quickly. Let's talk about the final outcome, the Four of Swords. Someone's about to tell you a truth. I'm riffing on the energy from the universe here. I had the King of Truth, the King of Swords, holding Archangel Michael's Sword of Truth. Yeah, he's the King of Action, reflecting the energy, but he's always the King of Truth. Someone's about to tell something to you that you didn't know, or explain something to you, Maybe explain that they were afraid to, basically explain what the pre-shuffle said, maybe. I don't know. Either way, it brings a lot of healing. There's a ton of healing energy off of this. I'm just drawn to the warm, squishy lamb here. Right? Wouldn't that be healing to sit with the little lamb and pet it, that kind of thing? Yeah. As long as it didn't poo on you, it'd be kind of a nice experience, I suppose. I've never sat with a lamb, but all right. Let's see. Why is the Four of Swords here? What's the final on this? What's the environmental energy first around this? All right, there's a lot of healing energy there. I believe it. Oh, okay. It's a Page of Swords. That's very interesting. There is when this person, it's very easy to keep living. These cards are red with these, remember. So that Nine of Pentacles, the liberating themselves from the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, all that. Anyway, it's very easy for us. The Four of Swords about shutting down the brain and following the intuition. It's very easy in our lives to stay in crappy stuff. As long as we keep brain activity going, we can convince ourselves of all sorts of things. What's happened here is because this person's now, their cups are flowing, shall we say, the cup floweth over. There's an environmental energy around them. Well, the reason they're making these changes is there's a strong disappointment in their behavior, in themselves. It is an energy, I often say in human nature, we don't like to admit we were wrong. This is an energy where we admit we're wrong. This is the energy that we admit they're wrong in. The Four of Swords crossed by the Page of Swords. I mean, it's textbook. It is that energy where we admit we're wrong, we feel like we're disappointed, we feel small, and we want to fix things. All right, this little page grows up into a knight real quick, I'll tell you that. And proof of that is the Seven of Wands underneath. This little page is a fighter here because of that disappointment. There's your picture. You don't need anything else, just look at the picture. Somebody here is fighting for what's right type of energy. What's on top? Let's go. Oh, I love this. I love it. Liberation. Nine of Pentacles. These are all read together. Nine of Pentacles. Liberation. Again, says the same thing. Repeating message. Very important. Six of Wands on top of Nine Pentacles. Six of Wands red with Nine Pentacles. They need that cup. Preceded by a cup even. It's just coming together here. Somebody here is liberating themselves. This Wheel of Fortune does turn this Four of Swords of doing nothing into doing something. I was right. Because somebody here is liberating themselves. No activity. From no activity. My little page is fighting here. Because, again, when we shut down the brain and we allow all that stuff we carpet swept here in the High Priestess to come up, we can get pretty disappointed. There's a lot of things that we don't look at. We lie to ourselves more than we lie to anyone else. This is someone, they haven't gone on a dark night of the soul, even though we had the Hangman and the Why We're Here. They haven't really, Judgment or something like that. I don't remember. But anyway, I've seen a Hangman somewhere. There's got to be a Hangman energy here somewhere. Anyway, I don't think they've gone on a dark night of the soul, regardless. I do think that they've had some realizations, and it's caused, we saw it with the Ten of Swords here in the soul. The moment, there was something that happened. Something that happened that caused a turnaround within this person. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here? It's the Seven of Swords. No. It's the Seven of Pentacles. It's something. This person's done a lot of thinking about this. It's what kind of along the lines of what I was saying. It isn't a dark night of the soul that they've gone on, like the kids like to say, a big, deep spiritual journey. But they've definitely given some consideration to all these pentacles that they're worried about, and felt a little empty. They're liberating themselves now. Again, we have action forward. And if you want, I went one deeper just for fun. It's the Empress. Again, the Empress is about love. It's about love, companionship, long-term, what is for the long term. It's a very rooted energy. And these cards, both of these are red with this Queen of Cups, who I said when I pulled it, they desperately need the cup. She desperately needs that cup filled. All right? It's a nice reading. It's a really nice reading, I have to say. And it's about what I expected based on what I saw in the Leo reading as well. Let's pull 3 cards from the universe. Let's see what the universe wants to tell you. It's nice. I like it. They have done a lot of thinking about this. I get that. But something happened. That 10 swords crossing there. Something. There's some kind of catalyst. It could be somebody died. It could be they had a talk with a friend, or they saw someone. They saw a couple that was really in love and realized they weren't, or they were just thinking about your connection and how they feel about you, and it hit them. And that's not surprising under this energy. Under this energy of change and opportunity and creativity, there's a lot of pseudo dark nights of the soul that are happening, especially with someone who's living a life by the pentacle, or worried about that sort of thing, or stuck in something where there isn't a lot of love, but there is a lot of practical reason to stay. It's not enough under this energy. It's not enough under the energy of 2023 in general, which is an energy of restoration, as I wrote about, right? And as I've been saying since September. It's an energy of restoration. Their rightful throne is the Queen of Cups and or King of Cups, not this. This ended up being a devil for them, all right? A devil that's getting kicked in the nuts. All right, give me 3 cards and a crossing card. What else you want to tell 2 fish before we go here? Oh, God. I got cards flying out. Okay. All right, I'm done. Oh, Jesus. It's a Tower. It's the 5 of Pentacles. It's the Queen of Pentacles. And it's crossed, the base energy, the 5 of Pentacles, is crossed by the World. Underneath that, I took a peek just to see what's fueling it, is a 2 swords. There's 2 things happening here. That's 2 Ace of Swords. There's 2 truths. This is a message for you. Okay, in case you're wondering. Because, again, the energy is stopped. And the surface energy is not what's happening underneath. And everything that's happening underneath is happening very fast. So, the universe, the message for you is, under this new energy, if you feel you missed something, if you feel you missed out, it's about to change drastically. There is a game-changing energy that's coming because somebody needs you. Somebody realized your value. Can I phrase it like that? Either way, you've got someone coming towards you here. All right? You don't have to do anything. The Queen of Pentacles waits for no one, has everything she needs, he or she. You don't have to do a thing. This energy is going to show up. It's just out of nowhere. And it's a game-changing energy. It really is. I've got that twice with the Tower and the Wheel of Fortune. It's beautiful energy. It's nice. All right? I don't think, in case you're someone watching who thinks that they missed out on something with this person, I don't think you did. I think this person, whatever this 10 of Swords here in the soul is, had to go through this. And you had to go through whatever you went through. I think if you're one of the people, I can't predict free will. So I say if, and I think it's a high percentage, but if you're one of the people who comes back together with this person, I think now you can have something solid and real. All right? Yeah, I think you can. Because this energy of respect, and someone who values you is very important for a long-term relationship. And I see here something being built on solid ground, where before it was very unstable. All right? This is new energy. Keep that in mind. With the World, the most powerful card I could pull. It's new energy. Things are changing. I said it to another sign, and I'll say it to you. We are right now, right here in this Pisces reading, we are at the end of the beginning. The end of the way things were. And everything changes from here. Now we're in the next part of the story. All right? The first part was just the beginning. All right? So that is where we're at. And that is the message for you from the universe. And it's fabulous. And I think also with this Tower and them knowing your value or realizing they need you, again, something happened here. Something happened. It is around that 10 of Swords that's crossing there. Maybe it'll come up in some other readings. that we pull. I'm not sure. Maybe I can, I don't know. Let's see if it'll tell me anything. I'm going to grab the little animal deck. Tell me a little bit about the Tower and the Ten of Swords in relation to the Runner. Let's see. I don't know if I'll get anything on it, because there's a lot of people watching, so you're all, the same frequency of energy plays out differently in different situations. So I might just get an erroneous answer. If I do, fine. You know, whatever. But it's worth a shot, right? Let's do one card and a crossing card about the Ten of Swords crossing in the soul as it ties to this Tower here, which it does. Let's see. Tell me about it. What do you want to tell me? What happened here? Oh, shit. Okay. I see the bottom card. What's the top card? Four of Wands and the Eight of Wands crossing it. And underneath that is the Moon. Some secrets came out in probably a marriage or a relationship or whatever represents their stability on their side. Again, King of Pentacles, stability. For a lot of you, it could be a marriage or a relationship or a family or a job on their side, whatever. Something came out. The Moon fueling the Eight of Wands on the bottom. The Eight of Wands is what the Ten of Swords was crossing. I was pulling on the Ten of Swords. That was crossing that, right? That catalyst. What happened here to make them see your value? Well, there's the Eight Wands. So the Eight Wands is there. They're moving forward on what they were normally afraid to lose, on a mission, right? Realizing your value, because some kind of secrets came out. Something came out. They found out something. Or, I don't know. It could have been secrets they were keeping from themselves. Maybe they found out their spouse cheated on them. I don't know. There's too many people watching. But it makes sense. Okay? And the universe was very literal in its response. Something rattled the very core of their foundation. Something came out of the shadows that rattled the very core of their, what they thought was their stability. And that's why the Eight of Wands, right there, is in the soul. Right there. Okay? That's the best I can tell you in a general reading. All right? That's it. I hope this reading was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right, Pisces. Good luck.